Rafael Nadal and Daniil Medvedev will be two of the favorites for the US Open. Daniil Medvedev has not been the same player since losing to Rafael Nadal in a dramatic Australian Open final earlier this year, according to Todd Woodbridge. Medvedev enters the US Open next week as the world number 1 and the defending champion in Flushing Meadows. He surprised many when he stopped Djokovic from clinching the calendar Grand Slam last year, winning in straight sets. And the Russian looked to become the first player other than the Big Three to win back-to-back majors since Andre Agassi at the turn of the century when he turned up for the Australian Open earlier this year. Medvedev battled through a difficult draw to eventually face Nadal in the final, where he took a commanding 2-set lead before the Spaniard pulled off one of the most dramatic comebacks of his career. While he's since been able to reach world number 1 status on the ATP Tour, Medvedev wasn't able to pick up his first title of the season until earlier this month in Mexico. He then lost to Stefanos Tsitsipas in the semifinals of Cincinnati last week, with Woodbridge suggesting the defeat to Nadal back in January is still playing on Medvedev's mind. I think how his year has played out has a lot to do with the Australian Open final loss. To lose a match from that position leaves scar tissue, Woodbridge told USOpen.com. It changes the mentality of a player. Until he's able to actually win another one, you very rarely get second chances at those levels. I think he's had to unravel that mentally. And Woodbridge goes on to state there are too many things for Medvedev to juggle mentally in order to defend his US Open title this month. He's had that steady progression upwards the whole way, and this year there's been nowhere else to go when you're number 1, Woodbridge added. I think it will be tough for him to defend his title. I think he'll go well, but I think there will be the expectation of points, of trying to maintain that number 1 ranking. There's just all these variables. Whereas in the previous 12 months he learned to get rid of the distraction and play great tennis, I think the distractions have crept into his game and have built pressure on him.